If it is uploaded,
No, sir.
right. If it is uploaded, nice, sir.
Yes, sir, uploaded.
Can you start, sir? Binod, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Good afternoon to all participants. On behalf of Sitara Academy, I welcome you all to day 33 of Appendix 3 exam. Topic for the day is bookkeeping final accounts. To take you through the topic, we have with us Sri J. Benner, Manager Admin Sitara. Good afternoon and welcome to the topic. And over to you, Mr. Benner. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Good afternoon, everybody. Okay, we have seen last 5 classes journey from generalization till trial balance. Okay, so as soon as the transaction is identified, what we'll do, we'll generalize, make the journal entries, and then from journal, what we'll do, we'll post it to the ledger, and from the ledger balances, we will prepare trial balance. Okay, trial balance. It's this form, debits and credits. Once the debits and credits are balanced, tallied, then it shows that it is arithmetically accurate. From trial balance, what we have to do, we'll be preparing final accounts. We have 3 stages here. First is trading account, then profit and loss account, and then balance sheet. Before we go to the trading account, I just want to tell you, see the trial balance. This is the format here, head of account, debit and credit side. Okay, so I have taken only 5 elements. You can say elements. Okay, assets, liabilities, expenses, and income. Okay. See, you know very well, asset, it falls in real account. Okay. Debit, what comes in, credit, what goes out. So asset is always a debit item. It is shown in the debit column. So as the expenses also, see, as per the modern approach also, whenever assets increase, it will be debited. Expenses, it will be debited. And then liability and then income, they are credited. Okay, it's as simple as such. Assets, you have to remember this. It's a debit entry. Okay, assets, if you go by the golden rule, real account, debit what comes in, credit what goes out. So all the assets are debited, all the liabilities are credited, and then expenses debited, incomes credited. This you have to remember and then categorize. As per this, you have to make an entry in the debit or credit, whichever you feel. Okay, right. Here we have 2 direct expenses and direct income. We'll just discuss what is direct expenses and direct income. Before that, what are the assets? We have tangible, intangible, right? Tangible again, movable, immovable, land and buildings. We have machinery, vehicles, cash in hand, cash at bank. All these are assets, right? And then, what are the liabilities which company owes to others? Okay, liabilities are which company owes to others, like sundry creditors. Suppose we have purchased goods on credit. A company as business has purchased goods on credit, so they become creditors. It's a liability. Okay, loans taken by the company, and then okay, all this are called liabilities, and they are credited. We also have expenses. Okay, we also have expenses. In that expense, we have direct expenses and indirect expenses. We'll discuss what is this direct expense and indirect expenses. Okay. Suppose we have a manufacturing unit or a workshop where, suppose we say we'll make tables, wooden tables in a workshop. Whatever expenditure incurred to make the table, okay, right, is directly attributed to the making of table is called direct expenses. Example. Okay. see what we'll do to make a table. We have to bring wood. Wood is required to be purchased. Okay, wood will be purchased, and then we need some nails and some handles. All these things are required. These are called, okay, you can take it as raw material. Okay, and to make this we need labor. What we do, we have to pay wages to the labor. This is also direct expense. And then to bring this raw material into the workshop or a company, what we have to do, we have to engage transport. Okay, carriage inwards. That is also a direct expense. So whatever expenses incurred directly on making of the table is called direct, and this will be shown in the trading account. Okay, direct expenses. So I said, suppose we make we make tables, wooden tables. So what all expenses incurred for making this table? Okay, like wages, carriage inwards, and then factory workshop lighting, workshop rent, and then all this follow the direct expenses. Okay, indirect expenses, other than this, are called indirect expenses. Okay, so this direct expenses will be shown in the trading account, and then we have income. Income also, you have direct income and then indirect income. Okay, sales. The sales is called direct income. It will be shown in the trading account. Okay, and the indirect income, we have, say, the company has invested in a bank, we get interest, and that is indirect income. Okay, so we have here assets. I told you what are the assets, liabilities. So, and then expenses, two types of expenses: direct expenses, expenses which incur to make certain thing. Okay, say I said, yeah, I gave an example of table. The indirect expenses, other than this, and we'll be seeing this. What are the indirect expenses? Income, sales is a direct income. Okay, now we'll go to the next part, trading. Okay, so what we'll do this? So in final accounts, what we'll do, we'll prepare trading account, profit and loss account, and balance sheet. Okay, so what we'll show in the trading account? Direct expenses and direct income. Okay, here see, direct expenses and direct income will be shown in the trading account. I'll give you the format later on, and then whatever, see, if the gross profit, if the debit side is more, the debit side or expenses is more than the credit side, then we get loss. If the credit side, direct incomes, okay, our credit side is more, then we get profit. This will be carried down like this: loss, debit side of the profit and loss account, then profit, gross profit to the credit side of the profit and loss account. In profit and loss account, what will show? All indirect expenses and indirect income. Okay, direct expenses and indirect income. And what we'll get by preparing profit and loss account, we get net profit, net loss. Okay, right? And then this balance sheet, we have liabilities. Left hand side, it's a statement, it's not an account. And then right hand side, we have assets. Okay, so this 5 categories assets, you have to remember: asset, liability, expenses and incomes. And then assets always a debit item, expenses debit item, liabilities credit item, income credit item. Okay, so we'll go to the format now. Okay, the first stage of final accounts is trading account. What is trading account? It says, it shows the results of buying and selling of goods. Yeah, it can be buying and selling of goods. It can be assembling of something, some item, or it can be making of something. Okay, and selling. Right? It says trading account shows the results of buying and selling of goods. It's a part of P&L account. Trading account is a part of profit and loss account. Okay, it is prepared to find out gross profit or gross loss. Here I've shown it is prepared to find out gross profit or gross loss. Okay, all the transactions relating to opening stock, purchases, purchase returns, sales, sales returns, closing stock, etc. are entered in trading account. The difference between the sales and the cost of goods sold is profit, gross profit. Okay. The sales is, as I said, it is direct income. Okay. So here what it says, the difference between sales and the cost of goods sold. Cost of goods sold, what are the cost of goods sold? What is cost of goods sold? We'll discuss later. Okay. It's called gross profit. The gross profit is equal to what? Net sales minus cost of goods sold. Gross profit is net sales minus cost of goods sold. That is, this income is more than the expenses, then we get gross profit. And then otherwise, gross loss, the expenses are more than income, then we get gross loss. The gross profit is equal to net sales minus cost of goods sold, and gross loss is equal to cost of goods sold minus net sales. Okay. We'll go to the format now. Trading account. Okay, it's an account. It's prepared in T form. It's a T form. Okay, you have right hand side and left hand side. Particulars amount. On the top of it's written debit side, debit on the left hand side, and then credit on the right hand side. Okay, we'll start with the opening stock. What is this opening stock? The closing stock of the previous year. The closing stock of the last year becomes opening stock for this year, for this accounting period. The closing stock of the previous accounting period becomes opening stock for this accounting period. Okay, and then we have purchases. As I said, told you to make a table. What we have to do? We have to purchase wood. Okay, we purchase. Okay, purchases. Then less purchase returns. What is this purchase returns? We found that there are some defective material. We have purchased some items. In that there are some defective material. What we have to do? We will not keep it. Certainly, what we will do is we'll return it. Right. So this becomes net purchases. So from purchases, what we'll do? We will deduct the purchase returns. The net purchases will be written on the outer column. Okay. Then carriage inwards. What is this carriage inwards? To bring these purchases, okay, whatever raw material is bringing, to carry this purchases to the factory or to the workshop, etc. It's called carriage inwards, transport, right? Okay, then wages. Okay, we have employed some labor in the factory or workshop. Okay, what we do is we pay wages. We pay salaries to the staff working in office, and for laborers, what we do, we pay wages. Okay, to factory rent. Okay, we have factory rent. We have to pay factory rent also. All the expenses attributed for making the production is shown in the debit side. Okay, factory rent can be factory lighting, and then you have import duties, and then you have anything, all expenses directly connected to making of manufacturing or making of a table, I said, will be shown in the debit side. And then coming to credit side, this is only a format by sales. Okay, by default, we have write this to and then by. Okay, debit side to and then credit side by. By sales, and then when we sell something, there may be some defective material. Okay, then the person who purchases our material may return to us. It becomes sales returns. So what we have to do? We have to minus sales returns from sales. We'll get net sales, and then closing stock. So whatever closing stock is what? Opening stock is there, purchases is there. Whatever the remaining, okay, unsold or can be a raw material. Okay, raw material can be a raw material. It can be a unsold items. It will be shown as closing stock. Okay, then what we'll do? We'll balance it. Whichever side is heavier. If the expenses are more, we get loss, gross loss. And then if the incomes, the credit side is more sales and closing stock, it is more, we get gross profit. And this gross profit will be carried down to profit and loss account. Okay, once again, this is the format. Again, this is for the benefit of non-commerce students. Please be attentive. Okay, trading account is prepared in a T form like in any other account. We have debit side and then credit side, left hand side debit side, right hand side credit side. It is indicated here, debit side and credit side, and then particulars amount, particulars amount. Okay, we start with the opening balance, that is closing balance of the previous year. Purchases, two purchases, and then less purchase returns, we get net purchases. Then you have carriage, all the direct expenses, carriage inwards, okay, wages, factory rent, factory lighting. Okay, all this will be shown here in the debit side. Coming to credit side, sales, okay, buy sales, and then we may have sales returns also. What we'll do, we'll deduct sales returns from sales. The net sales will get here in the outer column, and then closing stock. Okay, we'll balance it. If the expenditure side is more than the debit side is more than the credit side, we get gross loss. If the credit side is more than the debit side, we get gross profit. And this gross profit loss will be carried down to the P&L account. Okay, I'm sure you're clear with format. Now we'll go to a small illustration. Okay. Prepare trading account from the following particulars, right? What he has given: opening stock, purchases, sales, wages, closing stock, sales returns, carriage inwards, fuel. Fuel is also, okay, it's a direct expense. Factory rent, factory lighting, purchase returns. Okay, this is the problem given. What we have to do, we have to prepare trading account. Okay, right? Okay, so opening stock, as I said, it's a closing stock of the previous accounting period becomes opening stock, right? It's a debit side, right? Opening stock to opening stock. How much? 50,000, right? Then purchases. Okay, it's shown in the debit side again. Two purchases. How much? I'm showing it in the inner column because you have to deduct purchase returns, right? Okay, so how much is the purchases? Purchase is 60,000. Purchase returns how much? 500. Okay, the defective material worth 500. What we are doing? We are returning. So how will we make the entry here? Two purchases in a column 60,000. Two less purchase returns 500. The outer column it is net purchases. It is 59,500. Okay. Next, we have wages here. How much? 20,000. So what we are doing here, taking on the debit side, two wages, 20,000. Okay. Then carriage inwards, 1,000 rupees. It's a direct expense. Okay. We are showing two carriage inwards, 1,000 rupees. Then we are showing fuel. Fuel is also a direct expense. Fuel how much? 500 rupees. Two fuel, 500 rupees. Then factory rent, how much? 1,000 rupees. Factory rent here we are showing two factory rent, 1,000 rupees. Then factory lighting, 2,000 rupees. Factory lighting, 2,000 rupees. Okay. So here the debit side is completed. Okay. Two opening stock, two purchases, less returns. We are getting net purchases. Then wages, 20,000, it's a direct expense. The carriage inwards, 1,000, it's a direct expense. Fuel, also direct expense, 500. Factory rent, 1,000 rupees. Factory lighting, 2,000 rupees. Okay, we have completed the debit side. We'll come to the credit side now. What we have sales here. Sales, 2 lakhs. Okay, yes, buy credit, buy sales. How much? 2 lakhs in the inner column, right? And then we also have sales returns. How much? 2,000 rupees. The sales returns are 2,000. So what we are doing? Sales in a column 2 lakhs less sales returns 2,000. The outer column it is net sales 1,98,000. Okay. Then we also have closing stock. Closing stock is how much? 10 lakhs. Sorry, 10,000. Okay. Closing stock is 10,000. So we have balanced this both the sides. Credit side is heavier. Okay. It is 2,08,000. So we have to balance both the sides. We have to put the same amount in the debit side also. 2,08,000. What about the difference? Okay. The total of all this minus this is the balance is gross profit here 74,000. Okay. What we are doing? Your balance credit side is heavier. It is 2,08,000 here. So with this amount, we are putting this this side also the same amount and balancing the account. Okay. So what we are how to balance it? We are totaling this. This amount is will be total, and then this total of this amount will be deducted from the difference of total amount, and then this amount. We'll get whatever difference it is gross profit carried down to P&L account. If this side is heavier, we will get gross loss. But here in this case, the credit side is heavier. We got gross profit 74,000. Any doubts in this? Okay. The small illustration, I hope you understood. Yes, please. Yes.
Is over session? It is going on now?
No.
Ah, yes. Okay.
No, I'm just asking if anybody has doubts.
Yeah, because all are muted now. Can I unmute them?
You can, yeah, 5 minutes, you can unmute. If anybody
Yes.
has any doubts, I'll clarify and then move forward.
Okay,
Fine.
I will unmute all of them. Yeah, participants are all unmuted. You can ask any queries. Yeah, please, one by one.
I think, sir, please mute them because, okay, we'll have a section after the session, okay? Okay, sir. Thank you. Even if the small illustration one. Okay, I've muted everybody. Okay, there is one, right? Okay. Okay, Ajay Singh. Ajay Singh, you can unmute and ask your question.
नमस्ते सर।
नमस्ते नमस्ते, बोलिए।
सर ऑक्ट्राई कहाँ पर पोस्टेड होगा? ऑक्ट्राई,
सॉरी,
ऑक्ट्राई, यस
ऑक्ट्राई डेबिट साइड, ट्रेडिंग अकाउंट में डेबिट साइड, ओके। ऑक्ट्राई एंड ड्यूटी, क्लियरिंग चार्जेस, import duty, all these things will be on the debit side, okay? ऑक्ट्राई, ठीक है? Any other doubts or shall we go move forward?
डॉक चार्जेज,
Dock charges also will be on the debit side of trading account. Dock charges, dock dues, marine insurance. Okay, if you are bringing any raw material from through sea, okay, you have to insure. So marine insurance, dock charges, dock dues, dock dry, import duty, all these things also will be, because it is connected to raw material. It will be shown in the side of
डेबिट साइड ट्रेडिंग
account. Okay.
ओके,
Okay.
थैंक यू सर।
Okay, I'm muting everybody again.
Sir, please tell some more
Yes,
more entries, sir. Some more entries are on trading side, sir. Please.
yeah, we will
Which
do.
are-
We will do.
Which we always confuse, sir. Often confused to.
We will do 2-3 problems. I have some illustrations also. And at the end of the session, if you have.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I'm muting everybody now.
Boss, please unmute.
Okay.
Yes, okay.
Yeah. So this illustration, okay, we have done this small illustration. We'll go further, okay, and then we'll see. I have one more illustration. Okay, right. This is also related to trading account only. Sometimes what will happen in the trading, in the trial balance, they'll give only adjusted purchases. Okay, they'll give adjusted purchases. They'll not be opening stock. And they'll not be, sometimes they may not give closing stock also. Closing stock if given also should not be taken in the trading account if adjusted purchases are shown. So what is this adjusted purchases? Okay, adjusted purchases is equal to opening stock plus net purchases minus closing stock. Okay, because it's already adjusted, if it is given in the trial balance, okay, we have to take only adjusted purchases. They will not be, we need not show opening stock and we need not show closing stock in the trading account. This we have to remember. See, it says when adjusted purchases is given in the trial balance, opening balance and closing stock will not be shown in the trading account. This is the rule you have to remember. Sometimes to confuse, they may give adjusted purchases. Adjusted purchases equal to opening stock plus net purchases. What is net purchases? Purchases minus purchase returns. We get net purchases minus closing stock. Okay. So whenever adjusted purchases is given in the trial balance, there will not be opening stock, there will not be closing stock. Right? So when adjusted purchases is given in the trial balance, opening balance and closing stock will not be shown in the trading account. What is this cost of goods sold? We have discussed before also. The gross profit is equal to net sales minus cost of goods sold. That is the sales side. The credit side is heavier than the debit side. It is, we get gross profit. So what is the cost? What is this cost of goods sold? COGS. It is opening stock plus net purchases. That is purchases minus returns, purchase return, we get net purchases. Then direct expenses. So we have seen so many things, right? Direct expenses. We have seen so many things. Okay, wages, carriage inwards, fuel, factory rent, factory lighting, octroi, somebody said, and then dog dues, and then marine insurance, then import duty. All these things connected to purchase of the raw material will become direct expenses. Okay, and should be shown in the trading account minus closing stock. So here, cost of goods sold is equal to opening stock plus net purchases plus net direct expenses minus closing stock. We get cost of goods sold, right? We may have problems on this also. Okay, we will see. Okay, a small illustration is given here. Please follow. From the following information, prepare trading account for the year end. Oh, yeah, from the following information, prepare trading account for the year ended 31/12/2020. He has given here adjusted purchases. Adjusted purchases is 2 lakhs, sales 4 lakhs, carriage inwards 5,000, wages 5,000, carriage outwards is given 5,000, and then closing stock. Carriage outwards is not a direct expense. Okay, it will not come in trading account, right? Carriage outward will come in profit and loss account. That is for delivering the goods, finished goods. It will not come in. It's not a direct expense. It is an indirect expense, and this will be shown in the profit and loss account. So here, for the following information, prepare trading account for the year ended 31/12/2020. He has given adjusted purchases 2 lakhs, sales 4 lakhs, carriage inwards 5,000, wages 5,000, and then carriage outwards. Okay, we are not taking it. Closing stock 50,000. Okay, as I told you before, what is adjusted purchases? Opening stock plus net purchases plus minus closing stock. So when adjusted purchases given in the trial balance, opening stock or opening balance or closing stock will not be shown. So here what we are doing, two purchases, adjusted purchases, 2 lakhs, that's all. Okay, then you have direct expense, that is carriage inwards. Okay, this direct expense, carriage inward 5,000 we are showing here. Then wages is also direct expense. We are showing here wages 5,000 rupees. And this side by sales. There are no returns, sales returns. So there's only one entry. By sales 4 lakhs. So this closing stock will not be taken because it's already adjusted in the purchases. Opening stock and closing stock are already adjusted in the purchases. So closing stock will not be taken. So now what we have to do, we have to balance it. This side 4 lakhs, and then the total, these are also 4 lakhs we are putting and balancing the debit and credit side. The total here it is 2,10,000 minus 4 lakh, 1,90,000. This is 2 gross profit. Gross profit carried down to P&L account. Okay. So here, this illustration with adjusted purchases. The previous illustration, it's a normal, so we have opening stock, purchases, and closing stock. But here, the problem is given with the adjusted purchases. So whenever we get a problem with adjusted purchases, we should not, there will not be any opening stock. Even the closing stock is given in the trial balance, it will not be taken. This will be shown only once. It will be shown in the balance sheet. When we come to the balance sheet, I'll explain to you. So adjusted purchases, there will not be opening stock and closing stock in the trading account. Okay. Then, okay, we have one more. Like we told you before only. I told you gross profit is equal to net sales minus cost of goods sold, COGS, cost of goods sold. What is this gross profit? Is equal to, whenever the credit side is heavier than the debit side in the trading account, what we'll get? We'll get gross profit. Okay. So this gross profit is equal to net sales. What is net sales? Sales minus returns, sales returns. So we get net sales. This cost of goods sold, here it is given opening stock plus net purchases plus direct expenses minus closing stock. Okay, right? So on this, we'll have a small illustration here. Then we'll go further. Please remember this. Gross profit is equal to net sales minus cost of goods sold. Net sales is nothing but sales, total sales minus sales returns. And then cost of goods sold is by adding all this opening stock, net purchases, direct expenses, and subtracting closing stock, you get cost of goods sold. So we have a small illustration here. Please follow. Opening stock is given. Okay, opening stock, how much? 50,000. Purchases, 55,000. Sales is given as 75,000. Purchase returns, 1,500. Sales returns, 2,000. Carriage inwards, 4,000. Okay, cash drop. Gross profit, 30,000. What he asking? Is asking us to calculate closing stock and cost of goods sold. Okay, he has not given closing stock. Gross profit is given. Is asking us to find out closing stock and cost of goods sold. Okay. Okay. We have the formula cost of goods sold. What is the formula for cost of goods sold? It's net sales minus gross profit. Okay. Sales are given, sales returns are given, and then gross profit is also given. So we can find out cost of goods sold here. So net sales is equal to how much is the sales? 75,000 sales minus sales returns 2,000 rupees. Okay. Yeah, net sales is equal to how much? Sales is given as 75,000, and then your sales returns 2,000 rupees. 75,000 minus 2,000. The net sales is equal to 73,000. Okay, we got net sales, right? And we got gross profit. What is the gross profit? 30,000. So we also got gross profit. So what is the formula for cost of goods sold? We need to find out calculate cost of goods sold. The formula for cost of goods sold is net sales minus gross profit. So here we got cost of goods sold, we got 43,000. Okay, that is 73,000. Net sales is 73,000 minus gross profit, that is 30,000. The cost of goods sold is 43,000 here. Okay, so we got gross profit, we got cost of goods sold. What we have to do? We have to find out now closing stock. Okay, so what is cost of goods sold? Cost of goods sold is equal to opening stock, net purchases plus direct purchases minus closing stock. Okay, so we have 43,000. Cost of goods sold is, we have calculated cost of goods sold 43,000, right? Then opening stock we already have 50,000. Then net purchases, that is, so we have purchases 55,000. Then purchase returns 1,500. Okay, plus direct expenses. What is direct expenses here? Only one, that is carriage inwards. Okay, carriage inwards is direct expense. These are adding it to it. Plus 4,000 rupees minus closing stock. We don't have the value of closing stock, which we need to find out. Okay, so when you take the closing stock, the other side become plus. Okay, it is mathematical equation. Closing stock. So when you take closing stock, the other side becomes plus, and then this 43,000 cost of goods sold, when you take the other side, becomes minus. Okay, so now closing stock is equal to, the total of this is 1,07,500 minus cost of goods sold, that is 43,000. The closing stock we get 64,500. Once again, so till here it's okay. Cost of goods sold is equal to net sales minus gross profit. Okay. Then gross profit we have, net sales we have, gross profit we have. The cost of goods sold is equal to net sales minus gross profit. We got cost of goods sold 43,000. Then so what comprises cost of goods sold? It comprises of opening stock, net purchases, and direct purchases. Less closing stock, we get cost of goods sold. So we have value of cost of goods sold 43,000. Okay, and then opening stock we have 50,000. Then purchases we have 55,000 less purchase returns plus direct expenses, that is carriage inwards, and we have to minus closing stock, which we don't have the value, which we have to find out. So when you bring this closing stock the other side, becomes plus closing stock. Okay, the total of this 50,000 and all this is 1,07,500. When you take this 43,000 to the other side, it becomes minus. So 1,07,500 minus 43,000, you get 64,500, which is nothing but closing stock. Okay, closing stock. Okay, so we have derived it. Sorry. Once again, closing stock. Yeah, we know cost of goods sold. This is opening stock. This is 55,000 minus 1,500 is net purchases we get. Plus direct expense, that is carriage inwards, minus closing stock. We are finding out the value of closing stock. When you bring the closing stock to the other side, it becomes a plus sign. Okay, closing stock is equal to the total of this 50,000 and this is 1,07,500. And when the 43,000 comes to the other side, you get a minus sign here. 1,07,500 minus 43,000. The balance is answer, it will be equal to 64,500. The closing stock is equal to 64,500. Okay. Hope you understood this illustration. We'll go to one more illustration and we'll do a problem on trading account. Okay. One more illustration we'll go to and then go to the trading account again. Okay. Illustration 4. Opening stock is given. Purchases are given. Expenses on purchases. Okay. This is not carriage inwards. It is expenses or purchases. This also will become a direct expense. Okay. Expenses or purchases. Then sales are given 90,000. Expenses on sales. Expenses on sales will not be a direct expense. It will be indirect expense. Okay. Expenses on sales, marketing, all these things. It will not be a direct expense. This we need to include. It will not considered in trading account. Okay. And we have closing stock. Opening stock is given. Purchases are given. Expenses or purchases, that is also direct expense. Sales are given. Expenses on sales. This is not direct expense. This is indirect expense. And also we got also given is closing stock. So what is asking? Asking us to calculate cost of goods sold and gross profit. Cost of goods sold and gross profit need to be found out. Okay. Opening stock 30,000, purchases 54,600, expenses on purchases, direct expense 6,000, sales 90,000, expenses on sales 3,000, it's indirect expense. Closing stock is given as 36,600. Calculate cost of goods sold and gross profit. So we have the this thing. What is cost of goods sold? Cost of goods sold is equal to opening stock, net purchases, direct expenses minus closing stock. So we have opening stock 30,000, net purchases. Okay, there are no purchase returns here, so we take this as net purchases 54,600. Then we have direct expense. There is expenses on purchases. We take it as direct expense, that is 6,000 rupees. And then we have closing stock minus closing stock 36,600. So if you plus or add all these things and minus closing stock, we get 54,000. 54,000 is nothing but cost of goods sold. Okay. Then next, what we have to find out? Gross profit. The formula for gross profit is net sales minus cost of goods sold. Net sales minus cost of goods sold. Net sales is equal to how much? We have 90,000. Net sales is 90,000. And then we have cost of goods sold, that is minus 54,000. The gross profit is equal to 36,000. Okay. The gross profit is equal to 36,000. Right? This is very simple. So you need to, why I am stressing on this is you need to know what is cost of goods sold. It comprises of what, and then formula for gross profit. Okay. These things you need to know. Right? Then, yeah, one more illustration on trading account. We'll do this problem at the end. Okay. From the following particulars, prepare trading account. Right? So what is this? Is not trial. Okay. It's okay. Illustration. Opening stock is given. Opening stock 10,000. Sales 50,000. Purchase returns are given 1,000. Sales returns 500. Purchases 25,000. Indirect wages 2,000. Salaries 5,000. Repairs 250. Office lighting 100. Direct wages 2,500. Carriage inwards 2,000. carriage outwards 200, office rent 1000, factory rent 800, import duties 200, office insurance 1200, closing stock 4000, factory lighting 400. Okay, we will discuss one by one. Opening stock, yes, opening stock we need to show it in the debit side of trading account. Sales, okay, net sales you have to show, sales on the credit side. Purchase returns, of course, this is deducted from the purchases. Purchase returns will be deducted from the purchases, and sales returns will be deducted from the sales. Then we have indirect wages. Indirect wages will not be shown in the trading account. This will not be shown in the trading account. This will come in profit and loss account. This should be ignored in trading account. Direct expenses. Salaries. Salaries are also not direct expenses. Okay. The salaries also will be ignored in the trading account. It will be shown in the profit and loss account. Then you have repairs. Repairs also will not be shown in the trading account. It will be shown in the profit and loss account. Office lighting. Office lighting also will not be shown in the trading account. It will be shown in the profit and loss account. Okay. We have direct wages. Direct wages we need to take. Okay. This will be shown in the trading account. Carriage inwards. Carriage inwards will be taken in the trading account. Okay. Carriage outwards is our indirect expenses. This will not be taken in the trading account. Office rent also are indirect expenses. It will not be taken in the trading account. It will be shown in the profit and loss account. Factory rent. Factory rent is a direct expense. The manufacturing the product. So we have to take this as direct expense, factory rent, and to be shown in the debit side of trading account. Import duties. When we are importing some raw material, some material, we have to pay duties, taxes, import duties. Okay, we have to take this as direct expense and shown in the debit side of trading account. Insurance, office insurance is indirect expenses. This will be shown in the profit and loss account. Closing stock, of course, will be shown in the credit side of trading account. And factory lighting, it's a direct expense. It will be shown in the debit side of trading account. Okay, now we'll just see. We'll do this problem. Opening stock, yes, on the debit side, 2 opening stock. How much? 10,000. Okay, then we have purchases, right? We'll take purchases. How much? Purchases we have 25,000 in a column. Then we have purchase returns also. Purchase returns are 1,000 rupees. Okay. So here purchases 25,000, purchase returns 1,000. The net purchases are 24,000. Okay. Net purchases are 24,000. Then okay, we have direct wages. So all these things, indirect wages, salaries, repairs, office lighting will not come in trading account. Okay, there are indirect expenses. Next is direct wages. Direct wages will come in trading account debit side. Direct wages 2,500 on the debit side. Then carriage inwards. Carriage inwards are also direct expenses. So this will be shown in the debit side of trading account. Carriage inwards 2,000 rupees. Okay. Then carriage outwards is not a direct expense, it's a indirect expense. Even office rent are also not direct expenses. They are both are indirect expense. This will be shown in the debit side of profit and loss account. Okay. Then you have factory rent. Factory rent is a direct expense. Okay. Factory rent will be shown here. 2 factory rent 800 rupees. Then import duties. As I said, if you are importing some material from abroad, so what you have to need to pay import duties, and this is a direct expense, and this will be shown in the debit side of trading account. So direct import duties how much? 200 rupees. Then office insurance is an indirect expense. This will be shown in the profit and loss account. So this will not be shown in the trading account. right? And then you have closing stock, of course. You go to the factory lighting, it's a direct expense. This should be shown on the debit side of trading account, okay? Factory lighting, 400, debit side of trading account, right? Then coming to the credit side, the debit side all finished. We have ignored indirect expenses. We have taken direct expenses in the trading account. Okay. So credit side, coming to credit side, we have sales. Sales, okay, 50,000. Yeah, in the column I put 50,000. And then we have sales returns. Sales returns, how much? Sales returns we have 500. Okay, 50,000 minus 500, it is 49,500. Net sales are 49,500. And then we have closing stock, right? Closing stock, how much? 4,000. What is this closing stock comprised of? It can be raw material, it can be a finished goods but unsold. Okay, all this becomes a closing stock, right? Closing stock of 4,000 rupees. So here also you see the credit side is heavier. So we are balancing this 53,500. Okay, debits are also the same amount, 53,500, and balance the account. The total of this, total of opening stock, cost of goods sold. Okay, okay, what is the formula of cost of goods sold? Opening stock plus net purchases plus direct expenses. Okay, minus closing stock here. So what we are doing, we are adding all this debit side amount and deducting from balance this amount 53,500. Okay, how much we'll get? 33,600. 33,600 is nothing but gross profit. It will be carried down to the profit and loss account. Okay, once again, opening stock 10,000 rupees. Opening stock 10,000 rupees. Purchases, their purchases 25,000 rupees. Yes, purchases in the column 25,000 rupees. Then we have purchase returns. Purchase returns 1,000 rupees. Yes, purchase returns 1,000 rupees. We are deducting purchases, returns from purchases. The net purchases are 24,000. Next, indirect wages, salaries, repairs, lighting of indirect expenses, they will not come in trading account. The next is direct wages, 22,500. Yes, we have put two direct wages, 2,500. Then carriage inwards, 2,000 rupees. Yes, we have taken carriage inwards, 2,000 rupees. Then carriage outwards is a indirect expense, so it will not be taken in the trading account. Even the office rent also, it's an indirect expense, this will not be taken in trading account, but this will be shown in the debit side of P&L account. When you come to P&L account, expense lot. Then office factory rent. Okay, factory rent is a direct expense. Yes, we have shown factory rent, two factory rent 800 rupees. Then import duties. Yes, when we are importing some material from abroad, we need to pay import tax. It's called import duties. It's a direct expense. We have taken this two import duties, 200 rupees. Then last one, factory lighting on the debit side. It's a direct expense, and we are showing it in the debit side as factory lighting 400 rupees. Okay. On the credit side, we have sales 50,000, less returns 500. Okay, sales minus sales returns, we're getting 49,500. And then we have closing stock. Closing stock is how much? 4,000 rupees, which comprise of unfinished or work in progress or any material, okay, or unsold goods. We'll total it, we'll value it, and then take it as closing stock. Okay. And this closing stock is 4,000 rupees. Closing stock, there are valuation is market price or the cost of the goods, whichever is less should be taken. If it is given in the problem, the cost of the goods and the market value or net revenue value, market value or the cost of the goods, whichever is less, should be taken as closing stock. Okay, now what we are doing, we are balancing this. The credit side is heavier, 50,500, and we are putting 50,500 and balance of the account. And the balance is 13,600, which is nothing but gross profit. Okay, this is we carry it down to the profit and loss account. Okay. Okay, and I'll be unmuting you all. I've unmuted you. Please, if you have any doubts, you can just raise your hand.
Yeah. Participants, please raise your hands. Any queries? I'll unmute. Yeah. Mr. Ajay Singh, please unmute.
हाँ सर।
बोलिए बोलिए अजय सर।
सर एडजस्टेड परचेज के बारे में फिर से बताएं। एडजस्टेड परचेज।
Okay, adjusted purchases, right. See, whenever actually normal problems, what we get opening stock, and then we get purchases, and then trial balance में opening stock बतलाएंगे और purchases बतलाएंगे, less purchase returns भी बतलाएंगे और closing stock भी बतलाएंगे. But sometimes क्या हो तो ये opening stock will not show. Okay, क्या बतलाएंगे वो खाली adjusted purchase trial balance में दिखाएंगे. जब what is the meaning of what is adjusted purchases? Okay, opening stock plus net purchases minus closing stock. Okay, ये पहले adjust करने के बाद में trial balance में दिखाएंगे. Okay, so whenever you get a word like adjusted purchases in the trial balance, what you have to do? We have done some problem also here. Okay, what you have to do? Only we have to take kali adjusted purchase लेने का है. Closing stock will not be shown here. Closing stock है trial balance में, फिर भी closing stock will not be shown here. Only adjusted purchases दिखाने का है. ठीक है अजय, you have any further?
सर अगर ट्रायल बैलेंस में केवल परचेजेज हो और उसकी एडजस्टमेंट बाहर हो तो उसको कैसे किया जाएगा?
ट्रायल बैलेंस में परचेजेस है,
यस,
एडजस्टमेंट क्लोजिंग स्टॉक बाहर है तो क्लोजिंग स्टॉक लेना पड़ेगा ट्रेडिंग अकाउंट में. ठीक है, एवरी एडजस्टमेंट विल हैव टू इफेक्ट्स. आई विल टेल यू लेटर ऑन. ओके, जब एडजस्टमेंट का क्लास आएगा आई विल टेल यू. ठीक है, तो अभी तो ये एडजस्टेड परचेसेस जो भी है, सो इफ यू आर गेटिंग ट्रायल बैलेंस में एडजस्टेड परचेसेस है तो डोंट टेक क्लोजिंग स्टॉक, इट इज ऑलरेडी एडजस्टेड. ओके
ओके सर,
राइट. ओके,
और एक क्वेश्चन है सर, ये टैक्स लायबिलिटी जीएसटी कहाँ शो किया जाएगा? सेल टैक्स as like sell tax.
Sale tax P&L account. Okay, it's not a direct sale tax. Sale tax पूरा प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस अकाउंट में होगा. ठीक है, यहाँ पर ना यहाँ पर क्या ड्यूटीज, ऑक्ट्राई, इंपोर्ट ड्यूटीज, ऑक्ट्राई, डॉग ड्यूज, मरीन इंश्योरेंस, ये पूरा. So anything connected to import of raw material, purchase of raw material, okay?
Yes.
वो पूरा ट्रेडिंग अकाउंट में आएगा. सेल टैक्स वो पूरा प्रॉफिट लॉस अकाउंट में आएगा. Okay?
नहीं तो सर सेल टैक्स तो हमारी ना एक्सपेंस है ना इनकम है. सेल टैक्स तो हमारी एक्सपेंस भी नहीं है, इनकम भी नहीं है.
सुनिए, टैक्स ना इट्स एन expense only. You have taken it as an expense. Okay.
I hope this is the liability, sir.
See, for
sell tax is a liability.
Sell tax is a liability.
Not expense or income.
Not an income. It's not an income. Okay. आप liability बोल रहे?
Yes, I hope this is liability.
ठीक है, नहीं. Okay. Okay, at the end of the year, okay, I'll clarify it. Okay, ठीक है.
Okay, sir. Okay.
ठीक है, right. Okay. मैं बोल रहा हूँ, ठीक है.
Okay, thank you.
Next, please.
Yeah, any more queries? Yeah, Lalan, please unmute. Yeah.
सर सर
हाँ बोलिए बोलिए।
सर एक रॉयल्टी है, रॉयल्टी की एंट्री ट्रेडिंग में करेंगे या पीएल में करेंगे?
रॉयल्टी ट्रेडिंग में रहती है। व्हाट इज I'll try to explain what is royalty. Okay, see अभी पेटेंट राइट्स रहेगा, ठीक
तो
है।
ये क्या है रॉयल्टी?
भाई अभी बतला दूंगा, ठीक है। रॉयल्टी अगर ना, अब देखिए एक साबुन है, ठीक है।
जी
एक साबुन है ऑलरेडी मार्केट में है। अगर
जी।
दूसरा कंपनी अगर वो उसका फॉर्मूला लिया मैन्युफैक्चर करने के लिए, अगर उसका फॉर्मूला लिए तो ये कंपनी, अगर मैं लिया फॉर्मूला दूसरे आपसे, तो मैं आपको रॉयल्टी पे करना पड़ेगा, बिकॉज
जी।
आई एम यूजिंग योर एसेट। रॉयल्टी इज अ इंटैंजिबल एसेट, यू हैव दैट। ललन जी समझ में आ रहा?
जी सर।
ठीक है। आपके पास एक फॉर्मूला है, ओके। आप एक साबुन मैन्युफैक्चर कर रहे, आपके पास फॉर्मूला है, आप मुझे दे रहे, ओके। आई एम बोरोइंग योर फॉर्मूला, आई एम पेइंग रेंट, इट्स लाइक अ रेंट, आई एम पेइंग सम अमाउंट टू यू टू यूज दैट फॉर्मूला, फॉर यूजिंग दैट फॉर्मूला। तो मैं आपका एसेट मैं यूज कर रहा हूँ, आपका इंटैंजिबल एसेट मैं यूज कर रहा हूँ। ट्रेडिंग अकाउंट में डेबिट साइड में दिखाना पड़ेगा, ठीक है। रॉयल्टी दिस विल बी शोन इन द डेबिट साइड ऑफ ट्रेडिंग अकाउंट, बिकॉज आई एम यूजिंग योर फॉर्मूला। मैन्युफैक्चरिंग है, अगर सेल्स में है, अगर वही आप देखिए, ठीक है, ओके। समझ में आया क्या? ट्रेडिंग अकाउंट में बताना पड़ेगा।
यस सर, ट्रेडिंग अकाउंट में।
यस, ठीक है।
ट्रेडिंग अकाउंट के डेबिट में।
डेबिट साइड, बिकॉज आप पे कर रहे ना जी, मेरा कंपनी है, मैं आपके लिए एक फॉर्मूला बोरो कर रहा हूँ, ओके। आपको मैं बोरो कर रहा हूँ, मैं पे कर रहा हूँ, एवरी ईयर आई एम पेइंग सम अमाउंट टू यू फॉर यूजिंग दैट एसेट, ओके, ठीक है। सो दैट्स कॉल्ड रॉयल्टी। आई एम रॉयल्टी एक्सपेंस, आई एम शोइंग इट इन द ट्रेडिंग अकाउंट डेबिट साइड, राइट? ओके नवीन कुमार जी।
ओके सर।
Any more factor? Any more queries?
It's okay, sir.
Yeah, please tell.
There are some queries in the chat box.
Yeah.
Okay, what is the main criteria of differentiating direct and indirect expenses? Okay, Akash. Okay, what is the main criteria for differentiating direct and, as I told you earlier, any expenses directly attributed to production, manufacturing, or buying, okay, is called as direct expenses. Example, carriage inwards, okay, a factory rent, factory lighting, octroi, import duties, all these things are direct expenses. Whereas other than this, okay, you're paying see, indirect expenses can be carried outwards, okay, it can be salaries. So all this fall under indirect expense, okay. Then there's one more query here. One more query. Sales on expenses. Sale which account? Somebody said, okay, GOC accounts. Sales on expenses. Sales on expenses. Marketing. See, when you have to sell a product, you need to market it. For marketing, you'll be spending some amount. That's okay. That can be taken as sales on expense. It's an indirect expenses that should be shown in the P&L account, not in trading account. Okay. And then what is patent? Patent. It's not patent, Sanjeev. This patent. Maisabel bola patent royalty. Okay. You have patent rights. आपका एक है. See, you have some invented some unique thing. Okay. You have that is you have patent rights. दूसरा यूज नहीं करना, अगर कोई दूसरा यूज करना है तो they have to pay to you, okay, patent rights, royalty पे करना पड़ेगा। Anybody? Okay.
Mr. CLK, please. Yeah, is unable to speak. Mr. CLK,
हाँ, अब बोलिए।
Mr. CLK, please unmute.
आपको कुछ query क्या?
Yeah, otherwise please chat message in the chat box.
You can, yes. What is goodwill? Okay, goodwill is an intangible asset. Goodwill is an intangible asset that will be shown in the balance sheet. Goodwill is an intangible asset, right?
Yeah, hope no queries.
Okay.
Questions?
Can we wind up or shall we wait for some?
Yeah, if there are any queries, I'll take it. Otherwise, yeah.
Yeah, participants, please raise your hand. Yeah, someone messaged the sales tax export duties.
Sorry?
Avinash,
Fire on goods, okay. Fire on goods, it's an adjustment. It will be taken in the credit side of trading account when you do some problems. Yes. Okay. Goods destroyed. The goods destroyed by fire. Okay. This will be. There are 3-4 adjustments here. Okay. If the insurance is covered, there is an adjustment. If the insurance is not covered, there is an adjustment. So the total amount will be taken on the total loss on good fire. Loss of goods by fire will be taken on the credit side of trading account. Okay. And if it is insured, the total amount you are getting it, then it's on the credit side of P&L account. Okay, if it's total loss, it will be shown in the debit side of P&L account. We will do this when we do the complete problem, final accounts. Okay. Import duty on purchase of machinery. Okay, it is a direct expense. Import duty on purchase of machinery. Okay, purchase of machinery, again, it's a different capital expense. Okay, so import duty on purchase of machinery will be added to the machinery account, capital account. This will be the total amount be shown in the balance sheet as an asset. Okay, right? Purchase account is real or nominal. Purchase account is a nominal account. Okay, purchase is an expense. Okay, and goods coming in is a real account. Okay, but purchase is a expense. It's a nominal account.
Somebody raise the hand. Amit.
yeah, Mr. Amit, please unmute. Mr. Amit.
हेलो हाँ सर हाँ सर बोले कि सेल टैक्स की एंट्री कहाँ होती है सर
हाँ, इससे पहले भी बताया सेल टैक्स एक्सपेंस बोलते हैं बोल रहे हैं ओके विद द प्रॉब्लम आई विल गेट बैक टू यू ओके सेल टैक्स का आई विल गेट बैक टू यू ठीक है अभी तो इंपोर्ट ड्यूटी पूरा ट्रेडिंग अकाउंट में डालते हैं सेल टैक्स आई विल गेट बैक टू यू ओके अब इससे पहले अविनाश कोई बोला कि वो लाइबिलिटी बोलते हैं ठीक है
Next, any more queries? Hope no queries from the participants.
Shall we conclude?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, that was once again an excellent session. On behalf of the Academy, I thank all the participants. I also thank the speaker of the day, Shri J. Baner. The topic for tomorrow is bookkeeping accounts of non-trading concern. Login will be at 14:45. Session will start at 15 hours. Thank you one and all. Thank you.
Yes, one more query. Closing stock shown on adjustment.
Okay.
Why is closing stock is shown? Okay, that's what इससे पहले मैंने बताया अगर see whatever अभी closing stock नहीं बतलाए we have some unsold goods. Okay, अगर closing stock नहीं बतलाए तो we cannot arrive at gross profit. Okay, we have sold some amount, some manufacturing का cost आ गया इतना sold sales हो गया balance amount तो बतलाना पड़ेगा balance stock बतलाना पड़ेगा. Okay, if it is given in the adjustment, there will be two effects. One is credit side of trading account. The other one is it will be shown in the balance sheet asset side. If it is not given in the credit adjustment, if it is shown as adjusted purchases, it will not be shown in trading account, it will be once shown in balance sheet asset side. Okay? Okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay, then. Thank you. Thank you all.